Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Unbreakable Woman. My name is Dr. Jenny. Let me remind you, wives, girlfriend, godchild, grandmothers, great grandmothers, aunties, that we are the finest of all God's creation. It is a statement of fact. Today, we're going to talk about it doesn't have to make sense for you to make it. Woman, you don't have to make sense for you to make it. You see, life is better when you cannot be confined in a box that other people can explore. Some people want you to live your life as it was in the beginning, so it will continue to be. Nobody was a success in your family, so you don't have the right to be a success. That's what people put you in that category. That's how they label you. That's how they want us to be boxed in. Nobody has ever succeeded in our family. Therefore, you don't have any right to succeed. Therefore, you cannot succeed. Because they themselves cannot succeed, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody. You don't even have to make sense to them. You don't have to make sense to yourself. My question is, what are the goals? What are the dreams? What are the visions? What is that have brought either the best or the worst out of you? That is your ministry right there. Whatever your bitterness, you can turn your bitterness into a sweetness. You can turn your sorrow into glory. Don't let people label you. Don't let people say that because nobody has succeeded, you can never succeed. Because they want you to be boxed in. They want you to be labeled. They want you to be something that they can manipulate or exploit. You don't have to make sense to yourself. Martin Luther said, I have a dream. My question this morning is, what dream do you have for yourself? What visions, what goals do you have yourself? Never limit yourself or box yourself in. You are much, much better than what people think you are. You should dare to be exceptional. You should dare to be uncommon. You should dare to be unusual. You know why I'm saying this? I'm saying this out of experience. I'm saying this out of what is going on in my life. When I started my YouTube channel 2 years ago, people didn't believe me. Family members didn't believe me. Some friends didn't believe me. And I have people who believe. But people who were very close and dear to me didn't believe my dreams. And me also, I didn't know how to start. Even though I believed in myself, there was still that criticism within me. There was still that doubt. There was still that unbelief inside of me. But anyway, I had to go in because that's how my life has always been. I can't even define what pushes me, but I know it's God that pushes me. You see, I went into YouTube channel talking to women. The strength of a woman. About a year and a half later, I got 2 books out of it. I have my 2 books. So imagine if I didn't jump in. Imagine if I didn't go into YouTube channel. I won't be able to write my books. I won't be able to know that I have the strength to do what I'm doing now. Some people said she couldn't do it. Some people said, what can she say? What can she talk about? Guess what? I have talked myself into writing 2 books, which I'm making profit off of. And some of those naysayers cannot even boast of a pamphlet. Woman, you don't have to make sense to them. You don't have to make sense to yourself. What you have to make sense is to God. Because God knows who you are. He knows the ability He has put on your inside. He knows who you are. The Bible says He knew us while we were in our mother's womb. He knew, or He knows us. And He knows that you are capable of achieving your dreams. He knows that you're capable of achieving your goals. He knows that you are capable of achieving whatever you put your mind to doing. That's why he put that vision in you. There is no set rules on how to reach success. Some people might tell you that you have to get education, yes. Some people might tell you have to be a professor, yes. Some people might tell you you have to have a doctorate degree, yes. And some other people might tell you you have to go to a trade school. You have to have a skill. There is no set rule. Some people are rich through their spoken words, through seminars, through encouraging other people. So there are no set rules. You have to be this. You have to be that. You have to be this. What I want you to think is, what is it that you want to be for yourself? Turn those pain into testimonies, because that's what I'm doing here. From nothingness to something right now. From not achieving life to achieving life. So what I have achieved, the woman I have become, is what I'm here to impart in you. You don't have to make sense to anybody. You don't have to make sense to your friends, to your family members. You don't have to make sense to your colleagues. Make sense to God. Because God knows you by your name. God knows who you are. Clarity comes bit by bit.
The Hidden Diary of a Bishop's Wife. My untold truth is a release from my hurt and pain. It is not born from resentment or sorrow, but a celebration of life, joy, gratitude, peace of mind, growth, fulfillment, and achievement. I have come to realize that I am the creator of my own life, whether good or bad, and nothing is a mistake or a tragedy. The Hidden Diary of a Bishop's Wife was concealed under my innermost heart for 22 years, and today the truth has been told. Get it on Amazon today.
When you take one step, God takes 2 steps ahead of you. Clarity comes bit by bit. You might say, Jane, I don't know how to talk on YouTube. You might say, Jane, I don't know how to speak. Start somewhere. Start somewhere, because the way I'm speaking now, it's not the way I started speaking 2 years ago when I started a YouTube channel. But you see, the more I do it, the more easier it gets. The more clarity I have. The more joyful I become. The more fulfilling I become. Because I'm doing it with my whole heart. I may not understand it. I might not know where I'm going to. But I know where I have been. And I don't want to go back to where I used to be. I'm moving forward. This is a word of encouragement that I'm bringing to you this morning. You don't have to make sense to anybody, woman. You are an unbreakable woman. You don't have to make sense to your colleagues. You don't have to make sense even to yourself. You just have to make sense to God. Don't sit down with your music still playing inside of you. Don't sit down to tell yourself men are bad. Relationships are bad. Human beings are bad. Don't believe in that. Those tragedies that you went through, those sorrows you went through, those heartache you went through, turn them into profit. Turn them into money-making machine for you. You can't tell me nothing. Paul said in the Bible, he said, that which you have heard, we declare unto you. That's what I'm declaring unto you this morning. I have tested it. I'm a living witness. Make sense to yourself. Make sense to God. And you see the sky becoming your starting point. I will talk to you next time. My books are on Amazon.com. the women's 10 rules for a happy life. And this one is the hidden diary of a bishop's wife, my untold truth. Take care of yourself, and please do take care of each other. And nobody is going to love you more than you love yourself. I'll talk to you later.